Suspension noises like this can be scary at times, but taking the time to inspect, diagnose, and repair your vehicle can make you better informed and help you get back on the road. Let's jump in. You may notice some clunking, squeaking, maybe even some binding noise. Visually looking at the vehicle, you might notice one corner of the vehicle lower than it usually is, and difference in handling. You could notice it's pulling to one side or even a stiffer ride. That might be something you might notice. This vehicle is clunking in the front end, and we also notice a ride height difference from the left to the right. The ride height from the ground to the bottom of the fender, on the driver's side, it is 25.5 inches, and on the passenger, we have 27 inches. Whenever you have a vehicle up in the air, it's always a good idea to check out the front end, make sure everything's tight, especially if you have a noise that you're looking for. Give the wheel a shake side to side, and then up and down. That's checking out the tie rods, the ball joints, even the wheel bearing. Everything's tight on this vehicle, so that's not the case that we have here. Let's take a look at the spring and strut assembly. Looking at the spring, I can see it is actually broken right off, and it's starting to separate from the strut assembly itself. So you might want to look at the lower part of where the strut assembly is, and even the rest of the spring. Sometimes they could be broken further up. This one is broken just at the base, but because it's starting to come out, it's actually making that noise. You might think that you could just replace that spring and you'll be all set. But remember, that strut has been working overtime because that spring's been broken. It's that easy. Just replace the spring and the strut as an assembly. It's going to save you a lot of time and some headaches. Don't replace just the spring, otherwise you're going to need some special tools. You're still going to have an old strut in there. You might have to replace the strut in 6 months and you'd have to do the job over again. So save yourself some time, do it all as an assembly, and make sure you do it in pairs. Here's a little tip for you. If you need help, check out our website. There's thousands of videos to help you install these. Replacing struts is definitely something you can do at home in your driveway. You want to raise the vehicle and support it, remove the wheel. Anything attached to the strut, such as a link, you're going to have to disconnect that. If there's any wires or even the brake hose going to any brackets, you need to take those off. Then you want to disconnect the strut from the knuckle. However that is, every vehicle is a little bit different. There could be a couple bolts or even a pinch bolt. You need to remove that. And then under the hood, there should be some nuts or bolts holding it on up top. Remove the strut. If you're doing the whole assembly, it's that much easier. You don't have to worry about separating the spring and strut assembly. Installing the new assembly is going to be reverse of taking it out.